Hey, party people, what's good? What's going on? All right, in one of my videos, I basically gave a ass backwards shout out to Mercury Retrograde. Yes, Mercury Retrograde has kicked off officially today, October 13th, and it ends on November 3rd. All right, I get it, I get it. Yes, this is Sophia LeGros, the girl who talks about nothing, and you're probably sitting here talking about, I didn't subscribe to an astrology channel. I did not subscribe to this. What the hell are you talking about? Remember, people, yes, we talk about nothing, but we talk about something. We talk about everything, okay? I never hid that from y'all. We talk about everything. But the only reason why I'm bringing up this whole Mercury retrograde thing is because there's a lot going on in the world right now. And Mercury is the planet. I'm very big on astrology. That's just something about me. I was born this way, okay? I can guess a person's birth sign by just looking at them, by monitoring behaviors. I usually can figure it out, and 95% of the time, I'm pretty dead on, okay? I had somebody lie to me about their birth sign one time. Yeah, sat there, told me a bold-faced lie to my face, tried to tell me that they were a Scorpio, and I was like, come on, really? You're gonna stop with these lies. Come to find out they were a Leo. What you lying for? For what? Anyway, person was a con artist, all kinds of stuff. We'll get into that at another point. But okay, but no, seriously, let's talk about Mercury retrograde and like why is this something that we need to keep our eyes on? So, the planet Mercury is the planet that rules communication. Every planet has a spoke in the wheel of this thing called the universe and karma and life and stuff like that. And Mercury rules communication. So if it's ruling communication, what handles communication? Computers, phones, cameras, Wi-Fi, like anything that supports communication, okay? Machinery, things that are on the move, Mercury makes them go backwards. And it IT normally around this time, the next 3 weeks is usually going to be pretty rough for your IT guys. Yeah. Watch your machinery. If you have to buy a computer or any type of electronic device, please get the extended warranty if possible. I'm not saying everything that you get is bad, because think about it like this, right? If you're buying it now, chances are it was produced months ago, right? So like you have to buy what the hell you have to buy. I mean, it's just what it be, okay? But at the end of the day, because of the energy of what you bought it under, it may give you a little heat. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I've had to buy phones during retrogrades, and things been okay. So I'm hoping the same for you guys, all right? But I'm just going to give you guys a little scoop on Mercury retrograde. This retrograde is going to be a rough one because it's starting off in Murky Scorpio and it's transitioning back into Libra, okay? And the reason why this is going to be a rough one is because it's in the corner of Scorpio where there's jealousy, there's suspicion, there's darkness, there's secrets, there is envy. Those are not good attributes, all right? And then it's going to stroll back into fun loving, flirtatious Libra. Okay, so this is going to be focused on relationships. Okay, cretins from the past might come back, jobs that you thought were over and done with, that you said goodbye to, or that ghosted you. You applied, you didn't hear anything from them. They may come knocking, but that's just Mercury retrograde in general. Right about now, you need to be really cautious of any contracts that you need to sign, any type of, if you're looking for an apartment, if you're looking for a house, just be really, really, really cautious with what you're about to get into. Look at that house with a fine tooth comb, check out every single cabinet, make sure there's no, rodent droppings, no roaches or anything of that nature. If you're buying a home right now, you better get that home inspection, okay? Do not skip the home inspection. You will live to regret it, all right? I know somebody who bought a car. Actually, it was me. I bought a car during Mercury retrograde. This was many, many, many moons ago. I needed a car. My car died. And it was just what it is. So I went out here and I leased a car. That car? Yeah, it was nice. It was a color that no one had. I kid you not. I had the car maybe 3 weeks. I hit a deer. Okay, yeah, don't say it was the retrograde, whatever. I don't know. But the whole point is it was problem after problem after problem with the vehicle. Okay, like that vehicle just didn't stand a chance. It was just always some mess with it. Okay, and I didn't have the extended warranty. Thank God it was a lease. So I just gave it back to them whenever it was time. But the whole point is Mercury retrograde is something that you really, really take seriously. 2020 has been a rough year. It's been a year of reflection, and it's been a year of constant trials and tribulations and stuff like that. And so this is the final Mercury retrograde of the year. The planet Mercury usually goes backwards 3, sometimes 4 times a year. This is the last hurrah. So, you know, don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as just something to make you just a little bit more cautious. If you don't understand your past, you're not going to understand your present. You need to evaluate, just keep your eyes open to your surroundings. You should be doing that anyway. You should be reading all of your contracts. You shouldn't just be signing your life away just to be signing your life away. I mean, that's just common sense 101. But I mean, in this thing called life, sometimes we don't have time and we place this thing called trust in people. So we just sign away. Don't do that, especially for the next 3 weeks. If you have an elective surgery coming up, if you're able to push it back until after November 3rd, but there is still this thing called a shadow period because energy just doesn't leave. I really believe in this. If you guys don't want to hear me babbling about Mercury retrograde, guess what? I got another video coming up. We're going to talk about the news next. Woohoo! Anyway, we might talk about the news now since I'm talking about Mercury retrograde, or maybe I'll just do another video on that. I don't know. We'll see how I feel as we, continue to go through this. So this whole Mercury retrograde thing, all right? You have to understand your past. There are going to be things that happened early on this year that you're going to have to put a close to now, and it's going to rear its ugly head for you to end it, for you to finally say, the answers are all going to come out now for you to close that chapter of your life and move forward. That's why sometimes you have to stop what you're doing and you have to step back and do a little reflecting and see why these things occurred the way that they did. And then you can take those lessons and move forward. So that's what this final retrograde is going to be. It's going to be pretty much the grand finale, not of 2020 per se, because we have until December 31st to get to that point, but you're going to right now run into things of the past, and it's going to be heavily involved with relationships. Secrets from the past are going to come out. You may gain closure from this. So this is a positive. This is not, don't think of it as a negative all the time. You have to understand where you're going. So embrace this as a gift. It may hurt, but rip off the Band-Aid and move forward. So again, so here's what we're going to do, right? Okay, lessons that we're taking away from this. Do not sign anything without going through what? A fine-tooth comb. Read all the fine print. Do not, question anything. If it doesn't smell right, it doesn't look right, guess what? It ain't right. Don't sign it. If you're able to push something off until after the retrograde, please do so. Elective surgery, we talked about that. Machinery, we talked about that. Leases, if you're able to wait, listen, I know what it's like. I've been a bit of a gypsy myself, and I've moved many a times. Okay, sometimes you have to move during a retrograde. Just watch all of your paperwork. Listen, if you're renting a house, I'm gonna give you a little secret. If you're renting a house, okay, and you're doing it during this point in time, you are not, I understand some of you may not be able to do this, but you could do this thing called a title search. Reason why I'm saying that is because if you do a title search, and you can pay for it, you can get it online. It's only maybe about $100 and something. Best $100 and something you might want to pay. Why? Because you don't want a surprise that you're thinking that all is well with this home, and then guess what? It's in foreclosure. Yeah, that's been known to happen to people who rent homes during Mercury retrograde. Not saying that it will, but it can, because there's a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunications. Okay, emails. Check those email addresses. Watch what the hell you say. Text messages. Watch who you're sending that message to, because again, This is the planet of communication, where communication sometimes can get a little diluted. A message that was meant for, Stacy may end up going to Nikki, and the message was about Nikki, and Nikki didn't need to hear what Stacy had to say. Or, you might be talking to two dudes, and then the two dudes get the wrong message out. Listen, this could just be a hot mess. So watch what you say, watch what you do, be cautious about what you say, how you say it, and guess what? We will survive. But just remember one thing: you have to understand your past in order to get to your present. So, love to all. That's my brief little explanation of Mercury retrograde. It's a period of reflection, okay? And again, with the cretins from the past, sometimes it's not a cretin. Okay, so I'm gonna take it back. Sometimes it's not a cretin. Sometimes, you sit back and you think about, well, why did I break up with this person? Or, things like that. Sometimes it might be healthy to reach out to somebody. Sometimes it's not. I don't know. Meditate on it. Think about it. Do you really want to go backwards? I don't judge. Okay, so just think about that. Why is this person coming back? Do we need to close this chapter? Why is this job coming back to haunt me? Maybe they're going to come back to you and offer you more money. Maybe they're going to come back to you and like appreciate what you brought to the table, and that they didn't appreciate you when you were there. I don't know, but like, why do you have to leave to get somebody to appreciate you? I don't know. Those are all things that you have to think about. Okay, so you think about all that. These things can happen. These things might not happen. I don't know. You put a bid in on a house. You got turned down. Guess what? I don't know. Something happened. The house came back on the market at a lower price than what you were willing to pay. These are positives that can come from Mercury retrograde, okay? And then again, there's the thing: you bought the new vacuum cleaner and it doesn't want to act right, and they don't want to honor the warranty, and you bought a new dishwasher and it's a piece of shit, and your refrigerator's acting a fool. Again, this can go twofold. This can go two ways, okay? Either really, really good or really, really bad. But the outlook based on the Magic 8 Ball is saying this particular retrograde is going to be rough. So, hold on tight. We will get through this. Love, peace, and blessings to you all. I hope that answers your questions on Mercury retrograde. I'm Sophia LeGros, and I am the girl who talks about nothing. Follow me, like, share, subscribe. We need that. Again, you guys have got to hit that subscribe and like button for me to get to 100 what? 100 subscribers, and then we can talk a little more. All right, so you could also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, this whole Twitter thing. Listen, I'm sorry, I'm not with it. It's there. I mean, I have an account, but you know what, it is what it is. So with that being said, hit me up, Instagram, girl who talks about nothing. You know what? I also have my personal Instagram page that you people like. People, they follow me on there too, Just type my name in, Sophia LeGros. It'll pop up. Follow me on both. I don't care. I talk to all of you. Love, peace, blessings to you all. Clicker, act right.